Yo, what's up, everybody? It's the Ham and Juice podcast. I'm your host, Jason the Juice, with my co-host, Hamza the Ham.
Hey everybody, again, welcome back. We appreciate you listening to us, and I think let's just get right into it. Just to let you know who we are, we're the Ham and Juice Podcast. We are your one-stop
Yeah.
shop for drama, hip
Drama.
in the hip hop industry, for newer singles, for music you can listen to, and for music you should not listen to. I mean, feel free to listen to whatever you want, but I mean, we will tell you our opinions. We will let you know what we think, and maybe a little deeper than you used to. All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's get right into it. Jason, I have a tragedy to report today.
What's the tragedy, Hamza?
Do you remember a good friend of the show, Bobby Shmurda?
Yeah, very familiar.
Yes, so his parole hearing has been delayed.
No!
I know. It's but I will say it is scheduled for the week of September 14th.
Okay. Is there a reason, or these things just happen?
It's as far as I can see, it's just basically delayed. But I mean, it's just a couple of weeks. I think the man can survive.
Yeah, he's waited a couple years. He can wait a couple of weeks.
It's true. And basically, the latest possible date, if they agree that he should be free, or I guess put on parole, would be December 2021.
Wow! I'm ready.
However, they have up to 2 weeks from the day of the hearing to make a decision on whether Shmurda will be paroled and let out or not.
No, the real question is, when coming out of prison, does he still want to pursue music as a?
It's a good question. I will say, you remember that track that he did with 6ix9ine, actually?
Sure.
They did it over the prison phones, if I recall.
Yeah.
Well, I will say that wasn't exactly the most high-profile track. That wasn't necessarily like a massive song, and I haven't really heard a lot of Bobby Shmurda features lately. It does show that he's still at least relatively connected to the industry. You know what I'm saying?
That kind of time in the prison cell really affects people. Let's hope that he comes back, and if he doesn't, he lives a long and happy life.
Maybe he'll have like a sort of Gucci Mane reinvention here.
100%.
Where you go in fat, you come out skinny. That's all I will say. But I'm just I'm excited. The man has served his time clearly. The man, I don't know if he's regretful, but I mean, he served his sentence and his debt to society. And I'm excited to see where he goes from now. Because I think that the New York drill scene is popping off, and Bobby Shmurda is actually in a pretty good position to capitalize on that.
Good New York drill, gang.
Hell yeah. Anyway, talking again about prison, we have
notorious R. Kelly reportedly attacked by fellow inmate in Chicago jail. Jesus. A frustrated inmate allegedly punched R. Kelly in his cell this week. The inmate was reportedly upset about the jail being in lockdown due to Kelly protesters.
Wow. I mean, you know what? I'm not going to say justified, but I'm going to say understandable.
I'm going to say, in prison, there's prison rules. I've never been in prison, and hope to God never will be in prison. But, from what I see on Scared Straight, man, it scared me straight.
Jason is a big fan of Scared Straight.
I mean, not straight before, but I'm more straight.
Well, I mean...
Moving to the other story of this week.
Well, actually, there was an article put out on Complex that actually really interested me, and I think we should talk about it. It's basically titled "No Hook: How the Structure of Viral Rap Songs is Changing" by Ben Dandridge Lemko. All right, you go check that out if you want a more comprehensive read on this. But basically, it goes into the fact that a lot of viral rap songs today are not really having those typical glitzy, even just like normal hooks or choruses. Sure. And it's very interesting because, I mean, he puts together a pretty comprehensive argument for it. And he uses a lot of songs that maybe aren't getting radio play, but still are garnering a lot of attention inside of, their respective circles. So he pulls up Da Mob, which is a song by Doughboy's Cash Out. He pulls up a lot of Sada Baby. He pulls up even Hot N-Word.
Yeah, by
Shmurda.
Bobby Shmurda.
Mm-hmm. And he actually his main argument is that social media rewards an emphasis on individual phrases and lines over the traditional structure of choruses and verses, which is interesting because we're kind of seeing the opposite of that, in my opinion, with TikTok, with Instagram Reels. By the way, did you know that?
What?
I think that Jason actually has an Instagram Reels channel that we can.
Really? I do.
Yeah. Jason, you wanna explain?
Every day there's gonna be an Instagram reel, one or more Instagram reels every day, depending on every day. Every day's a reel. Instagram reel on my Instagram page at Thumbs Up JK.
Please check out Jason's Instagram page at Thumbs Up JK on Instagram. I'll put it in the description.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, moving back to the article. Yeah. So again, like TikTok dances, popular, I guess, social media. It's the big trend right now, and people like to use the hooks for these particular dances, and that's basically a big part of music discovery nowadays. I mean, a lot of older songs are being rediscovered by the mainstream through these TikTok dances. And I mean, we have "Colors" by Monte Booker and Smino.
I love Colors. Even songs by Kendrick Lamar, "Money Trees."
Yeah, back. Oh my god, man! Oh my god, I feel weird about it because I don't want it to be a TikTok song, but it's also
really good song. I Want to Love You.
That's true. It's true. I Want to Love You. And, they use the popular hooks from those songs, like catchy earworms, right?
Yeah.
But it is very interesting that, he is pulling up a good point, in my opinion. On the song, he pulls up some lines from the song Free Joe Exotic by BFB to Pac-Man and Sada Baby. I cannot say these lines on the podcast, but sure. If you want to check out the article, you can see it for yourself.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's basically talking about quotables are actually becoming more important than glossy hooks.
Interesting dichotomy we see within music and the TikTok musics.
Yeah, it's interesting. Jason, do you think this will translate to popular radio play? The big
being also a TikTok expert, I'm also a radio play expert.
That's true.
I think it will, Hamza. I think the people listening in the cars, listening to the radio, will want this kind of music with no hooks.
Interesting. Yeah, honestly, I can't tell at this point because I honestly don't know. I've seen a lot of both types of music, and while the established version of hip hop that we have right now, that's popular right now, does always have a hook.
Yeah.
Usually has a hook. A lot of these hookless songs, chorusless songs, like a lot of drill songs, which are becoming more and more popular, are rising to the top. So yeah, I'm very interested in how this goes. I think next up we have this is
what's good.
This is Jason's favorite news in a while. New Takashi 6ix9ine album, Jason.
Woo! We love 6ix9ine. On this podcast, we endorse 6ix9ine's behavior.
I don't know if we do that. I don't know if we can.
We can't. We don't endorse criminal behavior.
We do not release. Our statement on 6ix9ine is that we do not have a statement on 6ix9ine. That's all we'll say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So the album's called Tattletales.
Mm-hmm.
It's a play on him snitching in prison.
Yeah, it's actually very interesting because I don't think we would have predicted this when he first got arrested, when he first got sentenced.
He would embrace this wholeheartedly.
Yeah, we didn't. I don't think we expected him to just go full into the whole snitch brand, and yet here he is, literally calling his album Tattletales. And wearing a diaper.
I love it. I love that he's accepting who he is, and more people, need to have that kind of self-love and self-confidence Mr. Takashi 6ix9ine has.
It's true. He also needs better hair care, but that's fine. Anyway, he released some interesting videos of him in a diaper with a suspicious brown stain at the back.
Yeah, he was rolling around in the field and people were kicking him around in a
kicking him
diaper.
around in a diaper.
You know what? We don't kink shame on the podcast.
It's true. I'm confused as to the point of him doing such a thing, if you will.
You know, I respect the man for being so brave. You know,
he really is embracing. He really is embracing his
identity.
His identity by wearing a diaper.
Yeah, with stains on him.
It was with stains. Anyway, we're gonna move on from this because this is weird. But yeah, hype for this album coming out September 4th on the same day as another artist that we maybe haven't heard from, which we'll get into later.
We're talking about Gifted.
We're definitely gonna talk about Gifted. So, as we've covered on the last podcast, Corday is now the new name of what is it, YBN Corday? I've already forgotten.
Yeah, it was YBN, and now it's just Corday.
It's Corday, and he's released a single.
Whoa!
Maybe just establish himself. I honestly think it's good. It's good branding to release a single right after you change your name. You know, it's a solid single. Features Roddy Ricch, another rising star of the current wave of trap. And I honestly think it's really good. I honestly think it's a really fun song. It's very upbeat, very confident. Just looking through the lyrics here, I don't want to say it's very complex in terms of rhyme schemes, but you know, it's a feel good song.
Yeah, we like that from Corb.
Mm-hmm. Very, very upbeat. I will say that. You know, you just feel good when you listen to it. You know, he's talking about his past struggles and how, you know what, through dedication, through work,
he
made his life better.
Wow.
He got his mom flying airports first class, whatever. You know, like respect.
Inspiration to the youths.
Mm-hmm. So if you want some fresh Corday or Roddy, definitely would recommend this because it's definitely very good. Moving on to another single, another remix actually. Thundercat has remixed Dragon Ball Durag with Smino, I don't know, and Guapdad 4000.
Wow.
All right, if you haven't heard this song, this is like one of my favorite songs ever because of how it's probably one of the funniest songs I've ever heard. And both of the features on this have just completely embraced it, you know. Let me just look at the lyric. There was this one really good line. It's by Guapdad. Hold up. He was talking about, like, it was very wholesome. His do-rag slipped off while he slept, and the person he's talking to put it back on for him.
Yeah.
And he said thank you. And that was it. You know what? We appreciate it. I'm dying from
shout out to do-rags, and I hope they fit.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy Jason a Dragon Ball do-rag actually, and he's gonna
wait. I don't know about
wearing. And Jason will be accused of cultural appropriation. Actually,
yeah, I don't think that's right, Hunks.
But it will be worth it for the podcast,
for content, guys.
For content. You know, if we reach 100 subscribers, I will buy Jason a Dragon Ball do-rag.
I drew the picture of Hamza wearing the French Montana headscarf because it's funny.
You did.
So we should just make Hamza wear it in real life so he can be the real French Canadian Montana.
My hair is curly, but it's not that curly. Anyway, let's move on to another big album announcement with Chief Keef and Mike Will Made It announcing their album. They've been working together since 2012, actually. And they just dropped a new song by Chief Keef called Bang Bang. This is Chief Keef's third song called Bang Bang. I believe the first one was actually released. The second one is just a leak, and this is the third one. They're all completely different songs. And I would say that only Chief Keef would drop three songs called Bang Bang, and all of them being different. Mostly because I think he probably just forgot. And, you know, sure. I love Chief Keef. I love Chicago Drill. I love how he switches up his style with every album. I think Can You Be My Friend is a musical masterpiece. I think his singing is better than Frank Sinatra. All of you all hate.
Wow. I think Frank Sinatra, that one guy in New York.
Yeah, I think he has more vocal range than Mariah Carey.
Wow, Mariah Carey and All I Want for Christmas Is You.
Whitney Houston actually draws inspiration from Chief Keef.
Wow.
It's true. It's true. Yeah, I'm just honestly, I don't have a lot to say about it other than I'm thankful that he's dropping so much music lately, and I'm happy about it, man. Yeah. And next up, we have a hostile relationship between the record label TDE and their artists.
TDE? Isn't TDE the record label that has Kendrick Lamar?
It's true. It's true, actually, and
Wow.
it's interesting because it almost feels like I don't. It's weird. It's really weird because
What do you mean? They treat Kendrick well. They treat Kung Fu Kenny K. Dot very
so,
well.
yeah. Before I can talk about this, we got to give some context. So basically, SZA has she deleted the tweet, but she had tweeted out that her label was basically holding up the release of her new music because basically she had tweeted out at this point, y'all got to ask Punch, who was the president of Top Dog Entertainment.
What is that?
It means that she tweeted out, "I've done all I can do." So basically, she's saying that, the label is basically the only thing between SZA dropping her music. It's the only thing holding up her music being dropped. Basically.
Weird, really
And
weird.
it's interesting because a lot of my favorite artists are from TDE, and they've had their music held up as well. For example, Isaiah Rashad, last album dropped 4 years ago. I think dropped one single during 4 years. Has to literally resort to playing his leaks at record mates or label mates release parties because
Sure.
he's not being basically allowed to drop his music.
Yeah, but they have J Rock, they have Kendrick. What about them?
Well, I mean, here's the thing about Kendrick though. Kendrick is very meticulous. We've talked about this in the podcast. Kendrick's very meticulous about the music he drops. It takes him like years, literally years, before he feels comfortable dropping an album. And you know what? For him, that works because of how meticulous he is, because of how, he's a perfectionist in terms of music, right?
Yeah.
Other artists, maybe, I don't want to say that they put less effort in, but maybe they don't need as much time. Maybe they can crank out a good song for their fans that their fans want within, a much shorter amount of time.
So TDE is stopping these people from releasing their albums in a quick manner, in a timely manner?
Basically, because if you look at the money behind albums, basically the albums actually promote the touring. And the touring is where a lot of the money comes from, right?
Yeah.
So if right now, because of COVID-19, you cannot tour. You cannot tour and get any number of tickets sold without being unsafe, all of these things. Mm-hmm. So but I will say even before this though, TDE was notoriously hard to get albums out of, to get music out of, even before COVID-19, this whole situation. So it is kind of an excuse to use COVID.
I'm calling out Kendrick Lamar. You should speak out about the abuses of your business partners. As a big star in the industry, you should help smaller artists working in that business to release their albums. You're just as guilty being silent.
I don't know, I feel bad about it because clearly these artists are trying to drop their music, they're trying to share their art, and they get a lot of flack because they are not able to. And a lot of fans don't understand on the back end, these things are much more complicated than you think, right?
Yeah, they can get sued up the wazoo if they release it.
Exactly, and that's why you see so many artist leaks. For example, a lot of there was a couple Kendrick leaks that dropped recently. I don't think that was intentional, but yeah, a lot of Young Thug leaks. Yeah, there's probably at least 1,000 Young Thug leak songs. I honestly genuinely there's so many. There are so many.
Yeah, are they any good?
Yeah, a lot of them are actually probably one of his better songs, to be honest.
Wow. Yeah. Can't wait.
But yeah, it just goes to show that if you don't want to get screwed over by your label, don't sign with the label.
Yeah, go independent.
Yeah. Now is the time. Now is the best time in history to go independent because you can independently distribute your music. There's a lot of tools to advertise this. You can use social media. And while I'm not saying social media is the be all end all, it does help a lot.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyway, moving on.
Barack Obama shares his 2020 summer playlist.
Oh my God! All right, let's look at this.
Former President Barack Obama has continued his release of his summer playlist, starting with 2020.
All right, so I'm seeing a lot of hip hop, classic soul songs. Good mix actually.
Boomer
With Leon
songs. There are a
Bridges.
lot of boomer songs.
Yep. Bob Marley, Georgia Smith, J. Cole, The Climb Back, Nas, of course, Mac Miller. Wow, I'm surprised by that. Otis Redding, Rihanna featuring Drake with the song "Work." Okay, I
I
see that.
love work.
Jason loves "Work." A lot of Party Next Door actually. Wait,
Yeah.
yeah, a couple songs of Party Next
I'm
Door.
not gonna lie. Do you think Obama actually listened to this?
No, no, I don't think he does.
Well, then what's the point of posting this, Mr.
I
former President Barack Obama?
look I'm very skeptical when it comes to political figures and music
Oh
specifically.
wait, this is a post about the Democratic Convention. I see.
Yeah, also that. So I feel like this is just a great a great social media manager. And I'm not gonna pretend like this is just Obama. I'm pretty sure everybody does it, but the social media manager did a pretty good job of
I love
this,
the graphics on this. There's like a gradient between light blue to dark blue. The color.
and they have Frank Ocean on it. Respect, okay. Oh
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
and Raphael Sadiq on a song. Very nice.
Got
Wow.
we got
Chica,
the Bob Dylan.
Jason's Chica right here.
Chica, wow.
Stevie Wonder, Cheryl Crow.
Outcast, Lil Mosey, see Lil Baby.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm just imagining Obama listening to Lil Mosey. Oh my god. Princess Nokia. All right, it's not bad. It's not bad. Not bad. Yeah,
I think
but
it's a
it's actually a decent playlist. I would recommend listening to this if you ever need a playlist, Obama playlist, if
yeah.
you will.
Listen to something the former president of the United States would listen to.
Yeah, I did. What we got next? Oh, Jason, your
Drake.
favorite artist.
I love Drake. Hamza hate Drake.
I've never said I hate Drake.
Hamza hate the Drake.
I
But I
challenge
love this
you
one.
to find
Drake has released Nike branded merch for Certified Lover Boy album. So he's releasing this Cupid looking figure with a hat Nike with kissy lip stains on him.
Yeah, it's like a lipstick stain on the
brim.
It looks a little sus in my opinion.
Nike with the brim.
Nike
It's
with
light
the
orange.
brim.
It's like a ketchup stain. I don't know if it's the lighting or some color correction problems, but
it looks like a ketchup stain of some sort. Yeah.
I don't really like the Cupid. I really don't. I like the Scorpion. I like the OVO Owl. Not this. I don't want a little naked boy on my Drake merch.
That's a very good point. I don't want a naked boy either.
That's an official statement from me. I don't want no naked boys on my shirt.
I'm gonna get Jason the shirt now because he said that. Because he said that. I will
that. No, I don't speak on Hamza's behalf, but I don't appreciate a little naked boy baby on my Drake merch. Drake, you've done a lot of things. Hamza really doesn't like you, and I support you through it.
When have I said I don't like Drake? When have I said that?
I remember like podcast maybe like 14, 5, and 10, where you're like, oh my gosh.
Did you literally get receipts for this? Did you actually listen to our older podcast just to get receipts?
Drake is like, ah.
Yeah, I think that album itself was I can like an artist and think that
the world disagrees, Hamza.
I can like an artist and still think they have bad album.
The world believed Scorpion was the best thing on the planet.
No, man, no.
All right. Point is, we love Drake. This merch is mid.
All right, moving on because I don't want to talk about this anymore, and I feel like Jason has like several receipts of me speak. He has like sound clips of me saying this. He's like recorded me in my house. Man, we're gonna talk about the whole Megan Thee Stallion situation because there are still more and more updates regarding the situation.
Yeah. So in this article, people say that the reaction to Megan Thee Stallion's alleged shooting is misogynoir in action, says the experts. The WAP artist allegedly shot by Canadian rapper Tory Lanez. People say, advocates say, the mocking reactions show how violence against black women isn't taken seriously. So it's true.
Yeah,
she was getting shot by Tory Lanez. And Tory Lanez hasn't said nothing yet,
He said absolutely nothing. In fact, I think T.I. has actually tweeted at him to say something, that he needs to say something. And
honestly, even like a lawyer statement, even like a case, something. The silence is deafening.
Yeah, like something, man, like something, dude.
Yeah, this connects to our other story about other, abuse of power in the hip hop industry being connected. Like in this article here by Complex, Chris Brown tells fans, "Leave my effing name out of Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion situation."
Basically, you can see a lot of parallels between this and the Rihanna situation actually a few years ago now, between her and Chris Brown. An artist, physically abuses or, assaults a woman in the industry as well. And basically, in that time, he got a lot of flack. But long term, though, he's still touring. He's still releasing albums. He has a song with Drake.
He made a career a comeback like no one has ever seen before. This man has returned to the stage, slowly and steadily. First being a feature on Lil Dicky, start small, and then be with Drake. Man, the guy literally built his way back, whether you like him or not.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like, I don't really think like it is a lot easier for guys in the industry who have physically assaulted someone, maybe a woman, to come back.
The only kind of artist that hasn't made this kind of comeback in recent memory is Mr.
Who do you think?
R. Kelly. He has never made a comeback due to, his case being so egregious.
It's interesting, but like also then again, like at the time of the original trial, like he was dropping music. He was basically at the height of his career, honestly. And at that time, like it was like he always denied it. He always said it wasn't like that, and he had legions of fans just ready to defend him simply because of his music.
Yeah. He was a big guy. People forget about it. People listening to the podcast, like, how big was he? He was the world at that time.
Yeah, I mean, like I think he was comparable, at least in the U.S., to like Michael Jackson. I mean,
he made "I Believe I Can Fly."
Yeah, it's weird. Like, whenever you're singing that song, like, oh wait, R. Kelly made this song. I don't know how I feel about it.
Damn, the man ruined everything he touches.
It's true. Yeah, it's it's just like is cancel culture even that big of a threat
in hip hop?
That people make it out to be, at least in the hip hop industry. Like, people like to freak out. They're like, "Oh my god, cancel culture is the worst thing in the world. I could get canceled for doing anything." But like, you have this,
Yeah, clearly people can come back from anything. Chris Brown showed that. Some parts of R. Kelly's career shows that. So in reality, we need to be more serious and treat the victims of these kind of abuse.
Yeah, and I will say, like, a lot of...
And we should look at Tory Lanez and say, hey, he should speak up.
Yeah, like, a lot of rappers are voicing support for Megan Thee Stallion, like Maxo Cream, I believe T.I. as well. A lot of rappers. Chance the Rapper, too. Yeah, like I would say it definitely is better than when it was. We are supporting these people when they clearly have been hurt. And, yeah, I mean, we're doing better, but I think we still can do better.
Yes, always improving. That's what matters.
Exactly. Moving on to some release dates, some new songs, stuff like that. I would recommend listening to Rich Brian's new EP, 1999. I haven't listened to it myself, but I've heard the single.
Yeah, I miss Rich Brian's old name.
What's that, Jason?
Can't say it. It's I forgot it actually, but I
you
remember.
did? Yeah,
I remembered liking it, but
okay, all right.
Moving on, Maxo Cream. Oh wait, we talk about this.
Oh yeah, wait. Big Sean, new album coming out September 4th. It's being mixed right now.
Woo! We love
It's
Big Sean.
Yeah, I'm actually very interested in seeing how this goes because Big Sean hasn't really been in the mainstream for a little while now. He kind of gets clowned a lot for his obviously corny lyrics sometimes. I will say he definitely has ability, and It does look like it's a big turnaround for him, so I'm actually very excited to see what happens here. Or not very excited, but I'm intrigued. I think he can pull it off. But will he pull it off?
Career comeback?
Is it, or will it just be another mid-tier album rollout and flop? I don't know.
I don't F with you. I hope it continues that kind of trend.
Yep, and I think that is it for this week. This is a pretty long episode, actually, but
yeah, we covered everything. We we talked about things we liked.
Mm-hmm.
Anything you want to plug?
Actually, you know what? We haven't been done songs of the week in a while. We gotta do that.
Songs of the week.
No, the songs we're listening to.
You'll start.
All right, I actually have a couple. I have 3 different projects, or 3 different things. I've been mainly listening to "Preacher's Son" by YG Tut. It's an incredibly conscious album. If you like Isaiah Rashad, if you like that whole sound, I would highly recommend it. It came out 2015. Blends a lot of gospel, church organs, a lot of saxophones. Actually, it feels very, very jazzy, very, very lively. A lot of energy in this album. Well, he also talks about slipping crack in your ear so that you feel addicted to his music, which I like. A couple R&B songs, "So Much More" by Xavier Omar. Just feel good. Talking about his relationship, how it makes him feel, and how it makes him so much more. And another very well, I wouldn't say obscure. He's very new on the scene. This guy's just called Reggie, and he just dropped a song called "Southside Fade." Very wholesome song. He has relationships with Sango, the producer, and I will say I did call Khalid many, many years ago. I will never let that go. It has no actual bearing on my ability to do this, but I'm going to say that this guy's next up.
All right, I'll tell you what I'm listening to.
All right, what you got?
I'm listening to "Midnight Sky" by Miley Cyrus. Savage Love.
Okay.
And "Laugh Now, Cry Later" featuring Drake and Lil Durk. Hamza said it's not a great song. It's mid. I agree, it's kind of mid, but it's a earworm. It's getting on to me. And I think
it's cool to like mid songs. I mean, I like a lot of mid songs, to be honest with you.
Yeah, we all do. We're all ashamed of saying that we do, but we do. Okay, people, and it's okay because most music is just okay.
Mm-hmm. And that's okay. I mean, if you've ever been to a party with me and Jason, there's a lot of mid music that we will jam out to because sometimes you just got to do it. Sometimes you feel in the vibe.
Yeah,
and that's just how it is.
All right.
Anyway, as always, thank you for listening.
I love you.
Jason loves you. Leave a like, comment, tell us what you want us to review next week.
Yeah.
We appreciate you. And again, Jason loves you.
Please comment, and I love you.
Jason's lonely. All right. Thanks. See you next week.